Fine, I'll admit it. I don't know how Motorboat Bussy works. Hey, this is Tangents. Minus, Aaron, because, DreamWorks claimed him for some reason. He's just not here anymore, because he works at DreamWorks now. Because we stole something? Yeah, they just took him away. It's kind of whack. Anyway, so, what conversation, right? The whole thing this podcast is based on. I'm just gonna sit here and talk and bore you all to death with my boring ass conversation topics that I'll talk to myself about because I'm an awkward piece of trash. you know, Sometimes I just kind of wonder what the heck I would do without Aaron. I mean, he's my best friend, and DreamWorks just took him away.
All right, I'm back from DreamWorks.
What did they have you do?
What did they have me do? What's it, DreamWorks? Fudge.
Sorry. It's the people who claimed you for copyright.
We got creamed for copyright.
Yes, they claimed you.
They did?
They said, all right, next in our agenda for copyright claims is you.
I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about. They just gave me a tour, man. I got a tour of some studio and then they let me go home. Said DreamWorks sent me or something like that. I don't know. What am I doing here?
We're recording the podcast.
What podcast?
Tangents.
What's the tangent?
Going to beat you.
What to beat you? Okay, I'll cut that out now. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Aaron, and this is Randy. So, welcome back to Tangents. After another, week-long break, it seems like I mentioned to you last week when we were building my computer.
Every 2 weeks, we just take a week hiatus.
We could
this
plan
time,
for that.
Yeah, this time it was to build Aaron's bomb-ass, good-looking computer, if I do say so myself.
I'll try to include some photos in the final video. I think y'all will like, very much so.
And the fact that all three fans are not at the front is my doing. I kind of set that in motion.
Of course, but then again, I have superior airflow. I can't complain. And honestly, the RGB is way more it's well lit.
It's way more spread out.
What more can I ask for?
It is a beautiful duong.
That was the beautiful duong of last week. The beautiful duong of this week is Log Horizon.
Yes. Say. He started reading, folks. He reading. I'm proud of the boy.
I didn't know I could read.
Bim worms.
Books. But,
yes, he's putting on his thinking cap now. Just kidding. He's not seeing me.
I just look like my eyes are just vacant. The lights are on, but no one's home. That's me 80% of the time. 20% of the time is the podcast. My brain just conveniently works.
Does it really, though? I have a feeling that nobody's home part is the reason why we always turn back to saucer laws, duongs, and other nonsense that we keep bringing up.
Of course. But momentarily back to the PC. You want to tell them about our 3-hour troubleshooting session that was the real reason why the podcast was delayed?
Yeah. So that was something that even I hated to see, because we were doing a whole bunch of hardware stuff with RAM. That's what we started with, and then I said, wait, before we swap the CPU with your brothers, I don't know, Scott. Before we swap it with Scott's, let's go ahead and install newer Windows. And that's what it was, ladies and gentlemen. After 3 hours of swapping RAM and watching it crash, Windows. That's what it was.
Essentially, what was happening is
it just wasn't using half of the threads.
Yeah, it was throwing up the blue screen of death repeatedly. We would have it would go from anywhere from 2 minutes was the minimum threshold for when it would crash, and it got to the point where it was like trying to figure out how King Crimson worked. We pulled out our watches. Randy cut himself, and blood started going everywhere. That was really weird. But
Right. It was to
but I mean, it
see
helped us
when
figure it
time
out.
skipped. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then again, you just ended up passing out, and that was really awkward. Really made the game jam slow
And
down.
then my parents called worried about me because I didn't tell them where it was.
Well, they know where you are this week, right?
Yes. Damn sure.
All right, good. But yeah, and all that, like, we looked up we looked up, like, what it could be online. We checked the manual. We switched the RAM. We looked up all the possibilities that four like, sticks of RAM switching out. We did that. That was most of the time, was just switching it out.
Yeah,
But,
switching RAM.
and then, like, I had said, maybe updating Windows is gonna, one of the things on the help guide thingy that I looked up, it said, update Windows. It may be the source.
And then what I said was, no way, because we did update Windows and then it threw this error. So then I switched back to 2015 Windows and it threw the same error. And then we plug in a different Windows stick and boom!
You just beat them. Well, we didn't update Windows. It was still 2015 Windows. It still had, like, the same, like, for lack of a better term, nonsense.
Yeah, it updated though. It went through the process to update.
I thought I could have sworn it just, like, seemed like it was updating, and I just kind of skipped it. Like,
No, it didn't. It
Oh, okay.
updated. Like I saw it, I sat with it.
Essentially, just the Windows key was bad, and we just install it. Like, we ended up installing it 3 times.
Yes, it wasn't the Windows key. It was the USB stick. Keys are still good. I just gotta update
Okay.
that stick.
Yeah. So update the stick.
Stick. If not for that, he would have had a wallpaper that wasn't Shadows Die Twice.
Well, the thing is that brings us to our next funny of the week. Is so if you don't have Windows 10, you don't get the wallpaper. You have to activate Windows. But for some random wackaroony reason, my wallpaper is one that I had a little while back, and it's of like the opening cutscene or one of the opening cutscenes from Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice, and it's just permanently stuck that way. It's not, and I can't change it.
Oh yeah, and he still has the activate Windows watermark. It's funny.
The watermark used to not be there, and then it showed up.
It's funny.
Which it's fine. I mean, honestly, I have a custom wallpaper, and it makes Scott extremely annoyed. He doesn't really mention it, but I mean, it grinds his bones, and I don't quite blame him. I cheated the system without even cheating the system.
Yeah, we just shoved in the same old USB drive that he used.
It felt bad that I
Yeah, and worm. You see, it was really sad to use Scott's USB stick because it was way slower. It was like an order of magnitude slower.
Yeah, and that's the shame, but well.
Yeah, so I just gotta update the stick. That's it. And then I could go ahead and just spam that key in whatever computer I want. It's not like it deletes the keys. I've changed several wallpapers with that single stick.
Yeah. I mean, if it works.
It works. Which is heavier, a kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers? Neither. Your sins.
Okay, we're getting into this. You just pull out a Bible.
Now read. Heretic.
Oh. We had heretics now. Oh man.
Read the words or meet the steel. Your choice.
Oh yeah,
I keep knocking down your speaker.
Yeah, my headphones that just are big enough to take over my ears. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit about the whole DreamWorks bit at the beginning. Yeah, that's no joke. We actually, you guys know the meme. If you watched the last episode, you know that meme that we showed, the funny man, like you reposted on the wrong planet. Yeah, the part that we weren't talking over, like the minute of it, DreamWorks copyright claimed it. It's a meme, and they copyright claimed it. Like, the dude who posted it did not copyright claim us.
DreamWorks did.
Like, I don't know what sort of, like...
We're not even making money. What are they claiming?
And, I mean, the question that I would love to ask DreamWorks executives is, did they listen to it? Is this proof that they listened to the Tangents podcast?
No, it's proof that they have bots. They didn't even, like, view it. They just, like... Copyright?
I just make myself cry for the podcast.
Oh my god, what
We
are
just
we
do something-
shaking, Logan Paul?
Guys, I'm not doing well. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll sign up for the giveaway down in the description.
Turn
Well,
on the bell.
Ring that bell like it's, the thing and the dingy ding. We may just be awful people. I don't care. I mean, like,
Yeah, we're not awful people. That's childish.
of course.
You,
I mean-
you don't cry on a YouTube video while you say like, subscribe, comment.
Like, comment, and subscribe. You want to know who didn't comment? They haven't left any comments.
Yeah,
Which, that's okay.
you
It's
guys, please,
we're not mad.
we need your feedback, please.
Please, tell us if you're enjoying it. Tell us if you're hating it. Tell us if you want us to go drive off a cliff and please die. Well,
Tell us if you want us to improve.
what if they say no, they don't want us to improve? What if we want? Is that enough?
I believe it is, but extra motivation never hurts.
Motivation?
Moti-
Oh.
oh yeah, I just keep looking at this computer and just being proud of myself.
I'm proud of us.
Us.
We built Saya. Just the USSR national anthem. Wouldn't it be funny if I put that in there and they caught in like Soviet Union copyright claimed it?
The Soviet Union.
Big Brother is always watching. You will never hide anthem from us. You play song, you show video of salute, crop up, or else you no comrade of motherland. And that softens bonds. Tell me, comrade, which is here? A kilogram of steel or a kilogram of feathers? That's the wrong answer, you dumb. I just cuss you.
Neither. The hammer and sickle that binds us all to motherland.
Oh yeah, so I have all all of my transfer files and everything like that. I just put it in a folder and called it Heresy. Remove this. Heresy. Remove this bill.
What about your Steam stuff, huh? No, I don't see any Steam games. What are you, a plebeian?
Here we go, games. I just have it in a general games.
You have it in a folder.
The folder. Yes. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, are you okay?
Okay, I hit myself right in the funny bone. That hurts.
Yikes. I hope you guys are laughing because we're not.
It was the funny though.
You're,
Yes, it literally
you're
was.
actually
I'm holding it. It hurts.
You're hurting and you're just like, this hurts. Why am I laughing? It's the universal ha button. You're just like screaming in pain. No. It's the other elbow that's the ha button. Oh, you just gave him that's critical damage level of pain. It's like you broke his femur.
God, don't you need to hit them with a car to break their feet?
Well,
Isn't it just
you know the SCP femur breaker meme? It exerts 10 tons of pressure on your femur and breaks it.
Yeah, you need to really dig into a femur to break it, especially in one strike.
Well, the thing is it's just constant pressure applying into your femur.
Right, that's one way.
That is the worst.
Or the other way is you get a ball peen hammer and a robotic arm, and what you do is you put it to where it's 1 million to 1 in terms of speed gearing, so it travels at light speed.
Mm-hmm. But still,
and it just.
I've heard that people who have broken their femur, it doesn't hurt at first, and then it sets in, and it's the worst pain anyone will ever experience because, well, it's the strongest bone in your body. So ergo, it's going to hurt the worst.
Yeah, once you break your femur, something has.
If you break your femur, then that's it. It's time to die.
Or, go to the hospital for 3 months because, again, that's a lot of bone density to repair.
See, if I ever break my femur and you're around me, immediately knock me out. Do not let me stay awake. Whatever you have to do, knock me out.
I'll just need a ball peen hammer around then.
You just kill me. You just knock out my skull. You cave in my head.
Well, he ain't feeling no pain no more. No, I just hit you right here and destroy your primary motor cortex.
You use your Stan Spice Girls to soften my head and use the ball peen hammer then.
Still ain't strong enough for that.
You create a soft spot on my head like I'm a baby. oh look, section squishy. Oh wait. Dark humor, welcome. How's it going?
The section squishy.
Hey, the baby squishy, especially his top on his head. Just immediate fear.
What is this?
It's like Jello.
Whoa.
Okay, we need to move off this subject. Cancel culture's coming for us. I can feel it. Future us is dealing with the future versions of ourselves are dealing with cancel culture. How do you think we're doing?
Poorly. Because that's just how cancel culture is. It's built to destroy businesses.
Or I thought it was more or less
because you conform and lose the majority, or you don't conform and you lose the majority.
Well, would you like to lose, or would you like to lose?
That's basically how it is.
Mm. Well, I mean, I think that
because they'll say, why are you conforming to that? I'm going to take my business elsewhere. Or they'll say, why aren't you conforming to that? What are you, a disgusting racist pig? I'm not going to take my business here anymore. Either or. You don't get a break with cancel culture.
I could have sworn I'm mostly seeing cancel culture be used against, like, celebrities or just internet personality
or businesses. Like Aunt Jemima.
Well, I'm saying people cancel cultured Aunt Jemima or Jemina. I just messed it up. I'm sorry.
Jemima.
We're from
what I
the
say,
South.
Aunt Jemima.
I used to pronounce it Aunt
literally
Jemima.
Aunt Jemima.
Go on.
They changed it to where it can't be a black woman anymore. That's the fucking point. Who is Aunt Jemima? Lady on the bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what the hell's wrong with these people?
Yeah.
That's my response.
But still, from what I've seen, it's predominantly used for people who have a history of, like, allegations start coming out and people are like, all right, then time to spam the cancel button. Which, I mean, if they've done awful stuff, then, like,
yeah, but
they don't need their sponsors.
Yeah, but it has become
it's become an essential.
It's become a weapon.
Of course, if you don't like someone, lie about what they did, forge proof, and then watches their life is ruined.
Yeah, basically.
And the issue is cancel culture usually doesn't account for the person who's being canceled. Which, sometimes it's painfully obvious that the person was in the wrong. That they have, like, heaps of evidence that, like, heaps of evidence all around that they deserve it. That they actually did do it. But
oh, god damn it, we're talking about politics.
Okay, we die now. Okay, 3, 2. The Space Jam theme starts playing.
No, it's our theme.
No. I'm just saying. I think it'd be funny if the Space Jam theme started playing. Space Jam. It'd be funny. Are you excited for Space Jam 2?
No.
Well, of course, long-term sequels never really fulfill. Like, they can be good on their own, but, like, they never quite fulfill. Just take, for instance, like, Incredibles 2. Take, for instance, Finding Dory. Like, they're good in their own right, but they don't hold on.
They're not the old movies.
Mm-hmm.
They are not.
And, of course, people are going to use the argument of, they're for kids, they're not meant for you. It's like, well,
I am a kid, bitch.
Well, not even that we're kids, just, like, The Incredibles and, all the classic Pixar movies, they hold up and they still entertain me, as old as I am. Like, they still hold up. And that's the essential thing, is the story, the themes, everything in them, it holds up. And the newer ones, they just don't have it.
They don't have the stamina.
Like, Syndrome, top tier villain. Like, I just like Syndrome as just, he's just all around an interesting guy with great development and all. Just the entire Incredibles is just, there's so much in there. Like, and saying that the Incredibles is for kids is like we're talking about, like, at one point, like, he finds out all of his friends all of, like, superheroes, they've been genocided, essentially. Like, he's going through and list after list of the people that, he probably knew, like Bob, like, all the people that he knew, it's like, terminated. And, like, yeah, he just straight up finds out that, his friends have essentially been assassinated. and like and everyone's like, kid movie. It's like, no,
They
get that
bring
out
up
of here.
some terribly dark things there, like
Mm-hmm.
like the Jack 3 game. It's not even M for mature or anything like that. It's T for teen. A kids game. No, whenever the like kind of father figure character brings up didn't your father ever tell you to choose your battles wisely? Jack straight up hits him with the I didn't know my father.
Ooh, that's the parry. Parry this, you casual. I love it.
And the funny thing is, there's literally guns in that game. So parry this.
Well, the thing is it's sort of proven across the board the best way to make a kids movie is to not make a kids movie.
Right.
Don't make it
because that's what the kids will remember when they're adults. But no, they just made kid movies.
Not even that. It's just the thing is that people think that because they're kids, they hear less developed than adults, and they immediately think stupid or unable to comprehend complex themes or nuances.
Right.
And like The Incredibles, plenty of nuance. Most Pixar films, plenty of nuance. Think of WALL-E. Like literally, he's like living in it. Honestly,
he was living on like the dead Earth,
on future Earth. I mean, like if pollution and everything got like way out of control, that's WALL-E. If and we made like robots or whatever to clean up after us, but we don't even have that luxury.
No, like,
not too bad. Climate change is a hoax. I'm kidding.
Politics again.
I'm not. Well, the thing is, that's the Pixar wove in just little bits of politics. I mean, like, heck, take it further. Toy Story 3, abandonment. That is the main theme, and that's hard to deal with, like, to grapple with as like an adult.
That's disgusting.
Well, not disgusting, but I mean, it's soul
in terms of that.
Oh, okay. But also, like, as a kid, you can pick up on that. Like, I remember seeing it in the theaters, and it was shocking to me because I empathize.
Right. And I think that Toy Story 4 also had some kind of death. We went over it in English class. It was one of those films.
Well, Toy Story 4 was all right, but I feel like 3 was way better. Was a better ending.
Yes.
4 just prolonged the end. And it's like, now this is the end. This is the end over here. Come on down.
And I kind of really hated all the people who were like, "Oh, Woody gay, Woody gay, Woody gay." They were just spamming it on Twitter and like wherever the hell else they could.
Oh, what does that mean?
Saying that Woody's gay.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was like
Woody gay.
Well, you know how some people say like they use that as a description for something that's not quality.
Well,
I didn't know if that was the case here.
People don't really use that anymore.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm a little bit old. I can't keep up with you kids and your hip saying.
I'm literally half a year older than him.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to use that. I just wanted to use my old man voice, man. Let me use my old man voice, man.
Well, when I was your age, I was depressed.
Heck, I mean, extended for. Well, I mean, I just love kid shows that like say screw being a kid show. I'm going to be. They turned it on its head. It's not a kid show. It's a show for it's a show that it's a show for kids.
Right.
I feel like that was meant to be a lot smarter in my head than it came out being. Avatar: The Last Airbender, great show. I mean, like even I like.
Yeah, you watch it as an adult and you're like, where the hell was I?
Like it like genociding the air nomads, and it's like everyone's
that was
kid show,
right?
Fire Nation.
Oh, it's on Nickelodeon kids show. No, the genocide.
Of course, the Fire Nation.
2 times has genocide come up in kids shows so far. Genocide.
Well, I mean, look, think about Courage the Cowardly Dog. Like that was Lovecraftian horror at its finest. It gave the nightmares, but they kept coming back because the show is it's so quality.
Right, like you can't replace Courage.
And I think it was like after season 1, maybe the episode where Eustace and Muriel turn into puppets,
right?
And like there's so much implication that from the series onward, that's just Courage essentially making up stuff that they're really gone, but he can't accept it. He's just living out of it and that's a sucker punch. Like I love looking at like scary videos for kids for like old classic like Boomerang TV, the classics. I love looking at that stuff because there's still so much there.
Yeah, it's just things that no one cares to explore.
Well,
because they just keep spamming the excuse that it's a kid show.
well, the thing is like it follows the same sort of logic as whenever someone says that something is a turn your brain like you have to turn your brain off to enjoy it. You know, like that's the sort of connection that their brains make is, oh, it's a kid show, so it doesn't require really much complex thought. Ergo, I'm probably not going to enjoy it. Ergo, I shouldn't bother. Or,
Right.
you know, I watched it as a kid, and it should stay as something I watched as a kid.
Well, to those people, you are incorrect.
Like, have they never heard of wine? Gets better with age.
And some
Have they
things
never
are
heard of
definitely not wine, like
Joseph Gift Store? Bad joke. I'm sorry. Go on.
um,
The episode where Randy actually doesn't do the bit and does kill Aaron. Go on.
I was going to talk about Ren and Stimpy.
I don't think I've seen that. I'm sorry.
It was just kind of abstract.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was no like deep theme in it. It was just someone came up with a plot for a really freaky lab experiment, and they put the character in a cartoon.
Interesting.
Oh wait, never mind. Ren and Stimpy was actually quality. I meant Cat Dog.
Oh yeah, I know Cat Dog. Invader Zim. Invader Zim was the best. Good. We almost synced. Almost. Close to greatness. Do it again. I'm kidding. But Invader Zim was just, it was so good. I watched Enter the Florpus. Enter the Florpus was good, but it almost recaptured the magic.
It's like we ran out of spellcasters. It almost captures
the gut-wrenching horror. Because let's be honest
it's like we ran out of spellcasters in kids' shows.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.
Well,
we ran out of spellcasters.
Well, the thing is, if you look back at like most of, I'm gonna pull Pixar movies again, but they like revolved around a central like theme, and like the story was built to highlight that. Like straight up, it's just hard themes for kids essentially. Has your kid been thinking about existentialism? Slaps the old Pixar catalog of movies down in front of him. Well, now they are. I have crippling depression.
Well, it's because of Pixar.
Mm-hmm. And again, it heightened my emotional maturity. Man, I don't know about that, actually.
Well, it didn't to me, because I'm still an asshole.
Well.
And there's no help in that, ladies and gentlefolk.
Yeah, well.
Because apparently gentleman is like, I don't know, xenophobic. I don't care, gentlemen.
How is it xenophobic?
Because it's implying there's only men and women.
I think xenophobic means you're afraid of foreigners.
Brower explained this to us. Fear of the unknown.
Oh, no. Xenophobia.
Countries, literally.
Dislike of prejudice or people against people from other countries.
Yes, but
I understand.
He was talking about
the root.
Right.
Yeah, is the fear. Oh, okay. Which is it?
Strange. Foreign or strange?
Yeah.
This is talking about like you pull it up on someone. This is the actual thing.
Oh, okay. I see.
It's just usually directed at countries. Foreign or strange, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
the idea that cultures... there aren't just men and women is like a xeno idea. Foreign and strange. And to be afraid of that is to be xenophobic.
I see. I'm just afraid of being afraid.
Well, you're going to be afraid.
I just disappear.
He just starts seizing in the bathroom.
SpongeBob me, Bob. I've overdosed on bath salts and I'm seizing in the bathroom. Go ahead and do yours. Yours is way more quality.
SpongeBob me, Bob. I overdosed on ketamine and I'm going to die.
You're way too good at that. But then again, it's just great.
Yeah, honestly. SpongeBob me boy, I shot my mom for touching my bionicles and now I'm going to get 15 to 20 years. Looking at 15 to 20 years.
Boy me Bob, I filled my nose full of pixie dust, and now I'm in jail for being on the public property.
Boy, me Bob. I tried cocaine and I'm in the hospital for heart palpitations.
Me has actual heart palpitations from time to time.
No, like constant heart
Oh,
a
yeah.
murmur caused by cocaine.
Me? Oh no, I'm not feeling good. It feels my heart skipping a beat. Actually, it's a funky beat. It starts grooving grooves to your heart, essentially dying.
You just start dead. That's honestly our quote. Like literally, it's just like, oh, that's funky.
That's funky chunky. That's just it. It's just the meme out of everything. Let's try my phone. It's the meme out of everything.
Yeah,
Even our sponsor,
it's
Raid Shadow Legends.
Yeah, just kidding.
ExpressVPN?
No. You know who did sponsor us? Squarespace. If you want to create a what? No, I'm just playing with you. It's the Linus Tech Tips show.
Of course. You wouldn't get it. Actually, just watch Linus Tech Tips. That's how I. It's with the help of Randy is how I know how to build a PC.
Computer. Yes, I know a computer.
Yes, you do know computer. I'm very proud of you, Randy. Very nice, very nice, very nice. With
Nice, nice, very nice, Shizu-chan. I got perfect at that.
Caesar-chan, please don't drop me. Caesar-chan, why do I feel your grip like this? Caesar, dude.
Shizu.
Caesar. He just drops it. Cars just waits at the bottom with his. Cars just waits at the bottom with his blade out. Just all right.
Jojo. Omae wa kuroshi. You are murdered.
You are debbed.
Well, Shinderu would be dead, but you are murdered is, like kurosh, something like that. Because the kurosh is like their word for like kill.
Mm-hmm. So tell me, what's on your mind?
The little bit of a Weemanese that I know.
Okay, I'm glad you didn't deflect it back to me because I was probably going to pull a bad joke out of the air.
Like how I'm they'll say something like and if you don't do it, just steer. I'll really kill you.
Do you worry that like the sheer amount of like insensitive jokes we make on here might come back to bite us one day?
I'm not worried, but I know it'll happen.
So essentially, it's just not a matter of if, it's when. But then again, the issue with with all that is that like people's morals and the public's morals and values change over time. So what can be okay today will not be okay tomorrow.
Yes,
and
yes.
so inevitably,
and so I could literally grow old and suddenly I'll become offensive. Like even if I was a perfect guy today, like I could say something like, "Oh, what gender are you?" and then I get kicked in the balls because it's back to the binary.
Essentially. And I mean,
and I'm just like, oh, I have a heart attack on the spot and die. I die because I thought we were still dealing with transgenders and non-binaries and gender fluids and
you start screaming the rest of the podcast. That's your response to everything I say is just scream. Wow.
Say that again.
Sorry, go on.
Sorry, I had to do lawnmower mode for a second. That was an electronic air compressor.
And just make a random noise and you're like, yes. And you just start making up, like, just related to a machine or whatever. Don't.
Yes. Motor in slow motion.
Don't.
Now that sounds like a rod knock.
What?
A rod knock, and that's bad.
Rondark? Lawndark?
No. Rondarg.
Oh, no. Ahoy, Rondark me boy.
Oh, you Rondarg me boy. Please give me DPS support.
I've only read 2 light novels so far, or at least one and like
Two
one and a
bullets.
quarter light novels so far. And as far as I can tell, light novels are just pretty well written across the board.
Yeah.
From my little limited knowledge, there are probably some that are absolute garbage, but
Okay, so there's one called Infinite Stratos. The anime, it's a harem anime, and but it's really well done.
a lot of butts.
It's really well done. The light novel, it has the more detailed thing that makes the Log Horizon light novel great, but it doesn't help it. It doesn't. It's not needed in that context.
Oh, I see. Well,
Log Horizon is a shonen that deals with action of the mind, but I mean, Infinite Stratos is a shonen that that deals with action of the titties. You don't need to put that into words.
Okay, that's going in our Demiquoid.
Definitely.
Okay, tell me exactly what you said.
I'll type it. Yeah.
I'm gonna hand you my keyboard now. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I'm handing Randy my keyboard. He's putting it over his laptop, and I'll format and everything. But like, the thing about like Log Horizon, and I feel a little bit bad for the creator, is I feel like he, no matter what he does next, it can't live up to Log Horizon, unless of course he just pulls like Log Horizon to an extent is already a masterpiece, but it would be extremely difficult to follow up on such a thing.
That's it. It's it. That's it. I'm in voice. I did it. I said it.
Oh, I did the wrong thing. Just keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, but so humans never reach their maximum. Didn't you know that?
What do you mean?
We always improve.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
Improvisieren, adaptieren,
I misspelled your
überkommen.
name and I put Rand.
Rand.
My name's not Rand.
My name's not Rand. Yeah!
Oh wait, it occurred to me I can put Nezuko up here.
That's perfect. Now take a picture.
Of course, this is going in the haste.
Post haste.
The podcast, but every time we say podcast, we get a little bit more out of breath. So and it'll be more shots of my PC.
She. What is it? A woman?
Energy. Oh, now that's actually look at that. That's so quality. I love the camera on this.
Come on.
Like, look at that quality. Okay, not as quality from up close, but
Here, let me try with my significantly shittier Samsung.
what type of Samsung do you have, my boy?
The J2.
Oh, you had a J3. The J3 was the one you spiked, right?
Yes. This one's just a J3, but with a little bit less.
I'm the average human, but with a little bit less.
Ah, yes, my ugly mug. You were like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me focus it on her just to get
More or less. Cheese. It doesn't have to be a studio shot, my friend.
Well, I want to give it as much help as I can.
Of course, but then again, it doesn't have to be a studio shot, my friend.
It's almost there.
Yeah, yours is just a bit shaky.
It's grainy.
And it has like the camera on my A50 has a pro mode, but I don't quite know how to go about like making the best use of it. I'll have to look it up. But I'm not too big into the camera.
Let's compare it now. It's just to see how much the extra mumity gets you.
I didn't pay for this.
Well, in terms of how much.
R-E-E, that spells free.
No. Nothing's free. He paid for it with the weight of your sins. Anyway. Galmarie.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like you were even closer.
Yeah, I think I will. Well, the thing is, our seats are chained, so like,
Yes, I had to like
of
bend
course, I'm a
over
little
for the
bit.
shot.
You had to twist.
It was just a little test.
Yeah, I mean, we used to
Oh
do
yeah,
this all
here,
the.
check this out. Oh
It
yeah,
occurred
this
to me
is
you just said. It occurred to me you said one of our English teachers' names a little while back.
Oh yeah, well he's fine. No one
He's
knows.
probably backpacking in Europe at this point.
I just said his last name, not even Mister.
Yeah, Mr. Browser.
Mister
So-
Bowser.
Oh yeah,
Bowser.
Bowser.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
the Mario TV
but
show.
yeah, that was something that Randy and I did a lot. Is since he and I both had budget phones.
Literally $100 phones. I'm not kidding.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think mine might have been less than $100 new, but still.
Mine was
we
literally
would just
100.
sit there taking photos of things, just to test the quality of the cameras. And honestly, that was a good time.
Right.
Because I mean, we came straight from
You know,
pre-cal where we didn't really. I mean, it was just a good time. Junior year, the schedule was the best part of it.
right, because Aaron and I had 2 classes together back to back.
No. Well, yeah, 2 back to back. I think we had the same lunch, and also we had speech and health.
Right.
And honestly,
those are
golden
separate.
experience. I know, but even so, I mean, hello, who is this? This is Sergeant Balls with the U.S. Marines. How are you this evening? Sergeant Balls, LOL. What?
Mm-hmm.
What? How to spell?
Hello! Who is this? This is Sergeant Balls with the U.S. Marines. How are you this evening? Sergeant Balls, lol. Haha. He can't even spell sergeant correctly.
That's our
That's a bot right there. That's fucking hilarious.
yeah, that's our friend Horny on Main.
Yes. You said his name, didn't you?
No, it's okay. They won't hear it because I'll have edited out. Edited it is a very hard thing to say. Edited it. Edited it.
Hold on, let me just commit error. Ran out of RAM. Too bad.
All right, time to
Just time to.
Zond.
No, it's the blue screen noise.
Sounds like a weed eater.
Weed eaters do not sound like that.
Okay, mine does. Well, I mean, when we used to have a weed eater. We probably do have one here, but we just don't.
Yours does. If it sounds like that, you need to
Stop it. Get some help. Essentially. So tell me, what's your ideal phone? An easier question might be, what's your ideal mate?
Someone who I can talk to and screw without feeling like I'm a terrible person. Once you got both of those, you're good.
You're just like, contact me at Randy of Tangents.
I'm kidding. Well, the criterias are true. Please do not contact me.
Please get out of my car. Get out of my car. Get out of my car. Oh my. Oh my goodness!
Hold on, I
was
have
worried
the
that
exact
didn't-
pitches.
I was worried that didn't peak the mic, but no, it did. Their ears are suffering. No, I'll probably fix something and make it to where it isn't bad.
Hold on, I have the exact pitching. Oh my. Oh my goodness!
That's good.
That was wrong again. Whatever.
I'm,
It's just great.
mm-hmm.
I have the video
What
on
episode
hand.
is this? Episode 8?
Something like that.
Yeah, probably episode 8. We're 44 minutes into it. And, yeah, probably in 2 episodes we'll try to get our music developer on here.
We'll bring a Music Man on here.
Sing us a song, you're the piano man.
His name's The Frog.
The Frog Man.
The Frog!
Out of your friends, which are you? Truck freak.
Crazy ass.
The fighter.
No, he's the Battle Master. He's not just the fighter.
Wait, no. It just goes like truck freak. Right? And then Randy of Tangents. Randy and Aaron
of Tangents.
Yeah. We're the Tangents. Except I'm not tan. I'm just the gent.
Skin. Oh, hold on. His skin. Cancer from the sun.
Why would you say that?
Because you're just.
I was gonna say pasty white.
Oh, no, you're like so white that the sun literally gives you cancer. I know someone else is the same.
I see.
It's literally like cringe. She was a teacher who liked to come into work with like kind of short-ish skirts that were like ever so slightly above the knee, and her shins were plastered with like places where the sun literally ate her skin.
Yikes.
It was kind of painful to see.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Like,
lucky for me,
because my skin works in the first place when it comes to that, it just kind of creeped me out.
Understandable. Well, it might be a bit of what's it called? Trypophobia. It's like fear of like holes, I think, like something like that. I'm probably butchering the actual typophobia, but like it's something like that. The sentiment is like
yeah, I
dark,
have a little
essentially
bit of
holes close together.
right. I have a little bit of a fear of that, but even more so, I have a fear of losing my hands because I do everything with these shits.
Of course, we have talked about this.
Yeah,
I'm just afraid of
it's
commitment.
just that's like
Well, I'm not lying. Commitment is scary.
it is because it's like committing to a heavy and for honor.
Yeah. The commitment of marriage is the same as the commitment of the heavy and for honor.
Because
lifelong commitment.
Because you forgot to hit the circle button, so now if they parry, you are screwed.
Listen, man, I think if I'm at my marriage and I go in for the kiss and she parries, and I think I've got bigger issues to worry about.
Well, the parry is a little more metaphorical than that.
No, but can you imagine she yells parry and this you casual and just backhands me?
No,
and then the marriage continues.
No. The way she parries is she bites your tongue.
Thanks, Randy. I'm even more afraid of commitment now. Great, I'm just afraid of people.
You are a Sagittarius. Get your stars right.
I do not believe in that, son.
Well, that's literally a thing, though. Like, according to a whole bunch of astrology websites and whatnot, the Sagittarius, one of the weaknesses is that they're afraid of commitment. To like.
I'm hearing Sunbury.
No.
It was a joke.
I'm going to kill you.
Well, think about it. Most Sunburys do have a bit of an issue with commitment.
No, they have an issue with communication.
And commitment.
Or communication.
Okay, I'll concede that. But at the same time, it also is just a little bit of commitment, at least.
Yeah, or...
predominantly communication.
Or, an Ao-chan's choice, making a choice. Ao-chan's choice. No, her situation.
Of course. However, I don't know.
She just can't study anymore. Doesn't matter what she does.
I'm just glad that tsunderes don't really exist in real life, or at least to the extreme degree that anime portrays them for drama.
Yeah.
And if they do, that just makes me run. It's like if I get abuse, if I share my love with you and you give me abuse, guess what? I'm already in the taxi and out the city. We're not doing this.
You can play your games with someone else.
See, I'm a bit of a dummy. I get treated poorly. I run away. Stupid me. Essentially, that's it. I wouldn't last in an anime logic if I would, like, I have a logic, I wouldn't last. Because, well, I see it, like, someone treats me poorly.
And then I like how well everyone knows about tsunderes in anime. It's like, bro, her? You know why she's treating you like that? Why, bro? Because she's totally into you, dog.
That's just such a bad thing.
It really is bad. Like, it's so terrible.
I mean, like...
The worst is that everyone's in on it.
Oh, come on, dude. She's only beating you up and taking your lunch money because she cares about you. Do you love me? And then he died. It was at this moment he knew. He messed up.
Dead.
He messed up.
It wasn't even that he messed up, because when you mess up, you get to live afterwards.
Oh, but still, just...
This is a fatal mistake.
I don't know. I'm just hoping that, like... I don't want to this. Our mutual comrade, Horny on Main, He's a Hom. Hom is a big fan of the tsundere archetype, and I just can't comprehend it. It may play into his own wants and desires, and I'm not going to question it. But it's just, again, if someone's mean to me, if someone shows me, like, gives me every sign that like they have no intention of ever wanting anything to do with me, then I have no reason to waste time or energy on them.
Right. The way I see that is, though, lots of girls like will do everything they can to keep you from knowing, and that's just, I guess, the extreme version of that.
Yeah, I've never really been met with the sort of like keeping that sort of information away from me, except for maybe once.
Well, it's
I'm
just
typically on the
something I've
giving end of
seen.
that, as far as the feelings go. I'm not the one receiving the feelings most
Yeah,
of the
but
time.
I've seen it between other people.
Of
and
course.
they'll want to keep it secret for some reason. I don't know.
Well-
It's I don't know how King Crimson works. I don't know how that works either.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I think it may just play into just vulnerability. Like,
Yes,
admitting
that
you
too.
have feelings for, admitting that you have the doki dokis for another human being, it's a vulnerable time. You're laying your heart out there, and it's up to their choice whether or not they're gonna splay it open or not, or they're going to treasure it.
Yes.
And that's the big question on hand.
And see, I always say that I think that in terms of that, my character development is done because I can kind of do that without even hesitating. Like, hey, you give me Doki Doki. That's so hard to say. It's unbelievably but I do it without even blinking.
Of course, but I think that a little bit of caution is always a good thing. I think.
Yeah.
You know, so long as you're not too like just up front. So long as you
Caution hurts worse once you're out and done with it.
Of course.
Because, like, what was I doing all that for when the answer was so simple?
Of course.
That's what I learned the hard way.
I guess I'm still good at you. I don't think I'll ever have the constitution.
You ain't never done learning, boy.
Of course.
You know what we do to pussies, boy. No, not the horny jail.
Oh, no.
Go to horny jail. Boom.
But still, I don't know. I think I'm okay with the fact that, like, well, I feel like we've already treaded through the conversational path.
We have.
But then again, like, these are things that, like, they're timeless.
Definitely, like
the Doki Dokis are something that at least most people are struck down by.
Yeah, definitely. Especially me. But a lot of that is my choice because
Cupid just uses you for target practice at this point.
Right.
Cupid.
No, it's not even like I like people. I like the idea of being with someone, but I haven't been struck by the arrow yet.
Oh.
And I think I've been hurt by reality.
What do you mean?
Twice. 2 big times where reality just kind of, King Crimson donutted me in the back as soon as I tried something.
I see.
And after that, because of all the build up to those 2 dramatic experiences, I was just like, what build up?
Oh.
Well, it's kind of like the kind of noise where where you slam your metaphorical dick on the table.
You go from talking about like traumatic experiences with love.
Well, I'm talking about like
and then slapping your metaphorical.
How it made me decide how to approach it.
Of course.
How to avoid pain 101. Avoid build up.
Me, on the other hand, avoid feeling. I mean, that's kind of my logic.
Well, it's wrong.
I don't have to.
You aren't a sociopath. You can't avoid feelings.
But if I believe, he's beginning to believe. Sociopath level up. My heart can't be hurt if I don't have one. Now, that's just the edge that comes with working.
That's
just the edge that comes with being a sociopath and working at Hot Topic.
Why not both?
All the sociopaths go to Hot Topic. We're hiring. Of course.
They already work there. Why do you think they all have rainbow-colored hair?
It would be nice though to start. It would be nice though to start an advice panel on here.
Yeah.
Like a reading your comments thing, but it's like, give us things that you'd like advice on, and we'll pick some out, And, we'll dole out some advice to the best of our abilities, but then again, we're not legally viable if you actually follow through on any of our nonsense and actually get in any sort of trouble. So keep in mind.
Yeah. Like we really don't know though, and that's the clincher right there.
Well, the
Like
beautiful thing is
I'll
nobody knows.
Yeah, no one knows.
We can only
Every
take
situation is different.
Of course, because everybody's different. And while something may work for one person, it does not work for another. And it's all about judging your situation, and at some point you have to use your own human intuition.
Right. I think there's one situation where I helped someone actually get into a relationship, and it was funny. It was.
Would you like to tell?
Because I said, you kind of have to be cutthroat about how you feel to them, and they're like, but that's scary. And I'm like, yes, it's scary, but you have to embrace the fear. And they're like, embrace the fear? And I'm like, yes. Now get out there and show them what you're making. They got together. It was funny. It was really funny. I told the girl to take initiative, and it worked.
I'm proud of you, son. I have a feeling you were just standing there like a proud parent, just...
I couldn't stop laughing because I actually gave worthwhile advice.
Cupid.
Not even Cupid. I'm just a wound mender.
Have you ever had sweet tart ropes?
No. That
you
sounds
like one?
interesting, yes. Sweet tart ropes, huh?
Try them out, they're good.
Oh.
Sorry, gentlemen. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, folks. This is
the food corner. Just shove that. But I've seen so many videos of gummy dicks. People blindfolded trying them. It's some kind of gummy worm. He takes off the mushroom. Oh, what the fuck?
Gummy what?
Gummy dicks from Hot Topic. Literally. Yes. You know, that store where people take their children to get them band shirts. You heard it here first, folks. No, you didn't. You've heard it everywhere else. It sure is chewy.
Now a little bit of water for hydration. Maybe chewy, but it's also tasty. That's funny though. It's kind of good. What is it exactly? Takes off the blindfold. Son of a... Starts cussing him out. Have you seen that video where it's like when you open up your computer in the middle of class and you forget to close out what you were looking at last night? Pull it up. It's at an hour at this point. The video portion of the podcast was coming sooner or later.
Yeah. Crap, I forgot.
We've done remarkable...
I turned off my touchpad while my external mouse was connected.
That's okay. I mean, touchpads are okay, but a mouse is just always better.
But it's right here, so I was like...
Of course. Why do you have a scroll bar right there?
And that's when the dead men are marching again. Wasn't even that good.
Oh wait, the best clap.
Ah yes, the one that makes the most obnoxious sound. The actual applause.
Oh, applaud with me. Everyone listening it. Why are they clapping?
Because I sung and he thought it was good, even though it wasn't.
Yeah, it was alright. It's better than I can do. I can sing for the longest time and that's about it, but I'm not going to sing it well.
Do you have the time to listen to me whine about nothing and everything all at once. I am one of those melodramatic fools.
Mikhail Obama. What? What was that about?
Oh,
Is that a meme?
Michelle Obama is really Michael Obama.
I see.
That's what my little brother was looking up on here, and I was looking this QLL up because I wanted to find it because I found it on iTunes, but it wasn't on YouTube, and I was sad
Why were you on iTunes?
because I was looking for more music by UNG. I found some on YouTube, but it wasn't nearly all of it.
Have you ever watched Toradora? Okay, please watch it. It's one of only 2 shows that I've ever actually seen the tsundere archetype actually be used for character development instead of drama. Like, there's a bit of drama, but like it's used, like it elaborates on it. It elaborates on her character and why the tsundere in
Is
question
the other one Ao-chan? Or
oh yeah, Ao-chan is a tsundere. She doesn't come really. She like kind of
because she
It's
lies
really
to herself,
Of course,
and tsunderes only lie to other people traditionally.
of course. So reverse tsundere.
It's not even reverse.
Well, I mean, I was just
It's just fundamental tsundere.
Of course.
That's what
Okay,
Ao-chan is.
make that one of 3 that I know, because the second one is Steins Gate, and
okay.
I just personally.
What was I looking up?
Okay, it was something about song, wasn't it?
No, it was about when you're in class and you're.
Oh yeah. Okay, hold on. I'll just type it in.
Okay.
When you open up your laptop,
My older brother is calling me.
and you.
Hello? I'm at a friend's house, so we're recording a podcast right now. What is it? Yes. Yes. They're gonna give me a ride. I don't know, sometime around 8. Yeah, I know. Mom told me to be home around 8. Huh? Yes, I went with her. We went like, I don't know, 20 miles to get them. Yes. We have 3. Listen, Jesse, we have 3 boxes of mortars. It's gonna be a good night. Honestly, had adult things the night before.
That's the word you say.
Right. Right. Yeah, that sounds alright. Yeah, that sounds good. Alright. See ya. I have no clue. You should ask him. I don't know. Yeah, you probably should. Alright, see ya. Alright, now we can get to the video. See, I wonder if we'll edit out the phone call. I don't care.
Well, I mean, if you're fine with it, then I'll just leave it in if you want. It's up to you, man.
Oh yeah, we're watching the... I gotta turn up the volume. Oh! Oh god, it has an ad-on. It's hilarious.
Okay, reload the page.
Hold on.
It works on mobile.
No,
I can just keep opening and closing the video until I just don't get an ad.
hold on.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Yeah, that's why I did...
Because they want the ad with us.
It's supposed to be an adless video.
Well, technically speaking, it is. Alright, just watch. literally broke his laptop. I hate the feeling that was an old laptop, but
No,
still.
it was. That was.
I just love what. Oh yeah, 2017.
And it was old even for then.
I've seen one
It
to
was,
where
it was
like
like an entire 6 inches thick.
I've seen an edit of that to where he opens it up and like someone made it to where it's just like an anime girl going, "I need," and he just it's just so funny. Like that was the original version I saw on Instagram, or like the first version of it that I saw on Instagram. It's funny.
That's great.
All right, well, I guess close this out.
Yep. Yeah, that's the video for today.
Oh yeah, you caught up with the Log Horizon light novel, yes?
Yeah. With what serialized at least.
Of course.
There's like half of volume 14 on the website that translates to "So you want to be a light novelist?"
Of course. But I think that's mostly drafts.
Well, it's not even drafts. It's like he writes there.
Oh, okay.
That's his prose. He finishes chapters there.
Oh. Well,
and they just get thrown into the light novel that I'm looking for.
Yen Press or something?
They get thrown into the Yen Press releases, along with, illustrations and or illustrations and character screens and whatnot.
And thank yous from the author.
Yes, and the afterwards are honestly very class.
Mm-hmm. I'm almost done with volume 2, and I'm really enjoying it. So much complexity at work there. The author, wonderful man.
By the way, they already saved Sarada, right?
Very what?
Saved Sarada.
Yes, they did. Volume 1 is essentially
woman.
The girl.
The young lady.
You little miss. Yeah, essentially the first volume is the first. Each arc is equivalent to one of the volumes, more or less.
Isn't that 2 of them though? Because first they deal with we're in another world, and then they go meet the bones at a demicast.
Well, okay.
Demicleats.
I'd argue that like finding their ground is like the first half of the arc, but like essentially the volume's main arc is made up of recovering Sarada and progressing a little bit in the world. And so the second one's is probably dedicated to obviously taking over Akiba and of course while he's
taking out Hamelin.
Of course, and while he's at it, might as well free up Hamelin, making the council world conquest. Yeah.
By the way, the character we're talking about, her name is spelt in the Romaji Serara. It's disgusting to listen to it in the
Unless, of course, you're Nyanta Serara.
Hiroichi.
No, it's so Gucci. I hate that like the end of his name becomes like Gucci.
Naotsuguchi.
Naotsuguchi.
I kind of like Naotsugu's name because it sounds kind of like the word naos, which is fix.
I see. I was about to go for nice, but
nice panties.
Shut up.
That's exactly what he said. That's exactly what Lee Gan says to
Legion. Legion.
Regan.
Dark.
Oh my god. I'm going to make fun of the anime translations until the day I die.
Well, the thing that gets me is like the anime could be right. Like the light novel might be mistranslated.
It's official.
Yes, sir. But it might be a mistranslation. Everyone makes mistakes, Randy. You start screech. You literally can't comprehend my tomfoolery, so you screech in response.
Like a bat. But
guess what comes out in 26 days? Or not 26 days, 22 days. My birthday.
Comes out?
Yes, it's the update that no one's been waiting for. The update that you've never been waiting for.
I've been waiting for. I'm going to come here on the first day of release.
Well, thank you, sir. Typically, I don't like celebrate my birthday with like friends. I keep it to family. Maybe this year I'll make an exception. Well, actually, it depends on
The
the
COVID.
state of affairs.
The COVID. Oh yeah, we can get demonetized for that too.
Oh, they changed it to where you'll get demonetized. Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
have to worry about getting demonetized after all.
We'll say human malware.
Why
Or-
do we literally don't care about getting demonetized? We're
Yeah,
not making money.
Yeah, we're not making.
Why should we care?
It's funny.
Coronavirus, COVID, whatever you want to call it. You know what we're
The
talking
human coronavirus.
The human experience virus.
Human malware virus. By the way, it's conspiracy theorist time, but I think that's a whole government ploy. The whole stay at home orders and whatnot. Like there are people who are suffering from. They're blowing the numbers up on purpose. That's what I think. Because I mean, our shit opened back up, and as soon as that happened, Black Lives Matter came in and spiked the numbers again by gathering in like crowds of hundreds of thousands.
Oh.
That had never happened before the protests.
Well, yeah, but I mean, everyone was staying at home at the very least, or at least majority of people. I mean, they had everything shut down to where like,
yeah,
it was slowly opening.
They had everything to 1/4 occupancy, max. And McDonald's and stuff like that nationwide, they were closed down, so they didn't have to change policies between New York, California, and say Texas. Texas.
Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think the stay-at-home thing is a hoax. I think that because like other countries are doing
help. Yes.
Well, the main thing is I use the fact that it's worked for other countries. If they were doing it,
I think our numbers are botched.
I think they could be a bit botched, but at the same time, I still do think that doesn't negate the benefit that, avoiding exposure helps.
We really should kill the virus, but the numbers, like, here in the States are botched on purpose. That's why they seem so unbelievably high. It's because they're recording deaths that aren't coronavirus related at all as, coronavirus.
But even so, I mean, like, I still, still being careful is essential. I mean, for any virus, it's just, I think that the fact that it's turned into, like, a matter of political opinion is an issue.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been politics at all.
Of course, because, well...
And, I mean, there are facts we can go off of. China could have warned us, a little sooner.
Or at the very least,
they could have contained it better.
That's primarily it. They could have just contained it better.
And, could have, there was a third thing I was thinking about, but I couldn't form it into words in time. Whatever. So those are the two big things. They could have, warned us even earlier, because they knew since, like, November. They knew how shitty this was about to get since November. They're like, stupid round eyes.
Which I also think
what they said. Oh. And, their fellow slit eyes suffered too. Dumbasses. Damn Chinese government. By the way, whenever I say things like that, it's governments. Talking about the governments.
It's the government. You're just like waving a flag. It's the government. It's the government. It's the government. I'm only insulting the government. Pay attention.
Please don't tune me out. I'm not racist, I swear. Wow, what a racist thing to say, actually. I'm not racist, I swear.
Well, the thing is like, words fall apart. Actions don't. Unless, of course, there's actions are paid for and, monetized on TV. I'm going to stop bringing down my own case. I'm sticking to the original thing of actions don't, legitimate actions, they don't crumble away.
Yeah,
you can discern
not doing anything to contain overseas travel.
Yeah, and that's the word. Like
they constrained land travel. That's what they did. Like they had the Chinese SWAT team at the borders, land borders, but they just allowed whoever the hell to go on sea.
It didn't. I forget at the start of like. When things started really getting bad, didn't Trump start to try to stop travel from China?
He released an executive order, and it was done, but it was too late.
Oh, I see.
It was like a day too late or something like that. And that's just how the government worked.
Yeah.
It's just how the government works everywhere. That's why everyone's numbers are bad.
Well,
Like,
I mean,
the real ones too. They're pretty bad.
I hate to say it, but I think with the current way that, at the very like, with the way that like the fragile power balance is currently in the U.S., I think that it wouldn't have mattered if if it was
If we had a
the
year's advance.
well, the severity of the virus doesn't matter. It's the fact that it was inevitably going to become a political point.
Yeah. They were going to use it to attack the other side at
Of course.
every opportunity.
Because at this point, it's a political weapon.
Yeah.
The political world's way too dog eat dog at this point.
Yeah, but what surprises me is considering how like disgustingly what's the word, violent Trump is with his words. I'm surprised he wasn't on the offensive first with it. Like he did the little things like attacking the Chinese government and attacking the city and state governments he left things to, after he closed the borders.
Mm-hmm.
After that, he didn't say much about the other party in the White House. He didn't have to. He passed the executive order that should have fixed things if it was a little earlier.
Mm-hmm. But still,
It's because he really should have passed it the second we had found out about it.
Well, essentially, this is just a matter of the entire government.
January.
Well, I mean, the entire government is essentially multiple governments are to blame for the way the world is.
It's honestly like the world government. Okay, so this is going to sound real conspiracy theorism, but I think it's the whole globalism thing.
What do you mean globalism?
I think that, how we're all connected, like really tightly interwoven? I think that's our problem. That's why the entire world got fucked so hard.
Yeah, because of travel and everything like that.
And, trade.
Of course.
But
then again, to a degree, trade...
Hey, listen. Any virus likes a wet, warm environment. And if your graphics card is in that wet, warm chip, you're getting the coronavirus, boy.
Of course.
Or no, I'm just kidding. The first person to touch it in the States will get it. Mm-hmm. And they'll be fine for the most part.
Well, the thing is it's not guaranteed that they'll get it. Because, well, yeah.
Well, they grab it from a warm, wet place.
There's a chance they'll get it at least. Nothing's guaranteed. Except for, taxes and death.
Definitely.
Making the reference, yeah, essentially.
Unless, of course, we blow up every government, then taxes aren't guaranteed.
Okay, maybe. I think they might be a little bit sensitive to saying things like blowing up the government. Maybe we shouldn't say about that. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe
we shouldn't get the FBI on our asses.
No. It's occurred to me. We're talking about politics. We can't keep doing this.
Yeah,
we're talking about COVID, but then again, COVID has become
COVID is politics, and that's from the very beginning. And that's what we were talking about. It's the taint.
Of course, but even so, I feel like we should stray away from this conversational topic I feel like it's
know what this tangented off of? I promise to show up at your birthday party, so long as COVID allows.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing is just I don't know. We need to quickly get off this conversational topic because, well, we want people to coming.
Speaking of government, no, I'm just kidding.
We want people coming here so that they can get away from the bad outside. We don't want
to bring it to them. Mm-hmm. Just plop it down. Here you go. Eat it up.
Mm. But things are already shut down again at Walmart.
Yeah, Walmart.
Of course.
Well, Walmart is nationwide.
Well, I've only been to Walmart. I can't vouch for other places, but I imagine it's similar.
I think HEB is still good because that's where we get all our groceries from.
All right. I mean, we do a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B. There's some things that we can get at Walmart that are actually in stock and B, cheaper, which is always nice. Whenever you can get something cheap from Walmart, of all things. Well, I'm talking about cheap in price, not quality. But
Well, I think you mean both because it's Chinese meat, bro. Oh no, China virus.
I don't know.
At that point, I'm just trying to make the funny.
I don't think the issue with making jokes about things like COVID and all in the moment is that they will they won't be well received except for a very niche amount of people because the majority of people are still angry slash sad. If I could talk, angry slash sad about it. So maybe give it a few months and then we'll make the jokes. Wait for the U.S.'s numbers to die down.
Well, it's not even too soon yet because it's still in progress. Too soon is after the fact. So I'm good.
Poor logic.
Do a
to
little
have.
jig. Yes, I know. That's precisely why I said all those things, because I knew how shit they were.
Of course.
Man, I love how he didn't actually cut this up like the last one, and, 3 before that.
Oh yeah, so the Crysis Remastered does not look good.
Oh, yeah?
Well, I don't have it up on my phone, but they released a bit of like gameplay in it. It looks worse. Like the thing is,
That's not even in the territory. You just hate to see it.
it's shame. Like,
shame!
and the thing is Crytek aren't the ones developing the remaster. Apparently, it's someone else.
Okay,
And
that's
that is-
even worse.
Of course. And it's like, come on, Crytek. What are you doing? Are you making Crysis for Crytek? No, then get to the remaster. But like,
you know what they should have done?
What?
They should have just added ray tracing. That's such an easy way to remaster a game. Because you know what makes a game look better? Better lighting.
Well, the thing is that's the only benefit it has.
Do you know how good Quake looks with better lighting? It looks like a brand fucking new game.
Quake free? Can I play it?
No. You can play it, but it's not free. It's like $5.
Of course, but you're talking to a man. Do you think I have that?
Well, not anymore.
I've emulated games. I'll be fine.
Yeah, and we could download Quake, but we can't get ray tracing on it, even though he has the RTX. Do you have some sense for this?
I guess.
Man, I just love the section in the podcast where we go silent because we ran out of things to talk about.
Essentially. But then again, that's just the way the conversation flows, my friend.
And that's the whole point of tangents, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Randomness in a nutshell. Or just randomness.
Wait, did I just hear the word nut?
No.
I think I did.
Why does it matter if I said nut?
That's why.
No.
Because the black people coined the phrase "fin a nut."
Okay.
And that's why we go on our crusades, brother.
We do not need to crusade, my friend. There is no need to crusade.
But heresy!
Oh no, what we need to do? We really just need to buy ourselves, like, a small shed of some sort to make live-action nonsense videos. That would be funny.
It would be we'd record it every Wednesday and upload it every Sunday. It'd be great.
We just call it the Tangents Experience.
Tangents 2.
Electric Boogaloo. The first video is like, it's just electricity arcing around. No, it's 8 forks in a microwave. Electric Boogaloo.
Electric Boogaloo.
The rest of the videos are us working to cover up the hole in the wall.
I'm just getting shocked by 5 million volts of 120.
Unlimited power.
Unlimited power!
You loon. Well, we should probably wrap this up if you're meant to get home by around 8. After all, it's 7:50. Our time.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't have to be exact. We can go for an hour and 30.
Well, of course.
We only have 6 minutes.
Or we go for an hour and 25.
Somebody dies.
Yeah. Or we go for an hour. Or we go for an hour and 25 minutes. And we use the next 5 minutes deciding who dies. Pull the gun.
No,
we're gonna decide who dies.
We decide where to go next because we've been standing outside of the front of the Valero for a very long time.
How are we standing outside of the Valero if I open the door to get in here?
Because, look, there's a portal to the underworld. You were in a DreamWorks.
Oh, I get it. DreamWorks. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. How do we go to the underworld? What benefit would that give us?
Well, you already went there. You said there was an amusement park and like a studio and whatnot. You were given the tour.
No, I went to DreamWorks, not the Underworld.
Where the fuck does the door come from then, huh?
Wait, should we just go to actually, I know where we can go next. We'll go to the YouTube head offices. Oh, wait, never mind. I already said we shouldn't go to the Underworld. Next week, Randy and Aaron out here, outside of YouTube offices, we're getting arrested for trespassing.
And stay tuned for the end bit, because it's sure to be some kind of funny.
No, blue balls. Let me show you what it's all about.
Jesus, Micah! Is that a trap?